Hi, welcome back to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading the book of Genesis. And today we will be reading Genesis 19, Part B. I read Part A the last time, that was about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Part B is about Lot and his daughters. So without any further ado, let's start reading. Afterward, Lot left Zoar because he was afraid of the people there, and he went to live in a cave in the mountains with his two daughters. One day, the older daughter said to her sister, "There are no men left anywhere in this entire area, so we can't get married like everyone else, and our father will soon be too old to have children. Come, let's get with him drunk with wine, and then we will have sex with him. That way, we will preserve our family line through our father." So that night, they got him drunk with wine, and the older daughter went in and had intercourse with her father. He was unaware of her lying down or getting up again. The next morning, the older daughter said to the younger sister, "I had sex with our father last night. Let's get him drunk with wine again tonight, and you go in and have sex with him. That way, we will preserve our family line through our father." So that night, they got him drunk with wine again, and the younger daughter went in and had intercourse with him. As before, he was unaware of her lying down or getting up again. As a result, both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their own father. When the older daughter had given birth to a son, she named him Moab. He became the ancestor of the nation known as the Moabites. When the younger daughter gave birth to a son, she named him Ben-Ammi. He became the ancestor of the nation now known as the Ammonites. And that concludes the reading of Genesis 19 in the NLT version. So, how many of you found this very soap opera-ish? It really is like a literal soap opera. And it all stems from the lack of trust in God. And just thinking about, trying to think and go a little bit deeper into the Word, I noticed that the relationship with God and women at this point in the Bible, I haven't seen a very strong woman as far as her relationship is with the Lord. I haven't seen that thus far in the Bible. Now, I know going forward, there are some women in the Old Testament with a very strong relationship with the Lord. But most of them in Genesis are with the, you can see a strong relationship between the man and God and what God is instructing the man to do. So I don't know what kind of relationship Lot's daughters had with God. Had they been taught anything about God, how to trust him, and how to depend on him, and how to go to him? Because it seems like they did not give God a chance at all. They immediately turned to themselves and tried to strategize and manipulate the situation to bring about what they wanted because they were so desperate. And so I'm trying not to be so harsh on them because I don't know what type of relationship they had back then with the Lord. And things are so different in a sense today than they were back then. Today, a lot of people are not so concerned with leaving a legacy and lineage. You know, and some people don't even want to have children today. And so this was very, very, very and highly important back then for them to have children and their children to have children and on to continue their lineage. That was very, very important. I don't think people really look at that nowadays. If they have children, they just want to have children because they love children. They want children. They want to raise children. You know, children are a blessing. They're a joy. And, you know, they just want that whole experience of having a family. But I don't know if they're actually looking at it like, okay, let's build this great lineage for our family. Let's keep it going. And so that was pressure on them during that time, and how other women looked upon them if they couldn't bear children or they couldn't bear a son or so on and so forth. You know, they were looked poorly upon. So I was trying to get um, all of this in my mind, to go back in their days to kind of understand where they may have been coming from. Because if I just look at it, you know, just like in today's world, and it's easy too also because I'm reading what happened back then, and you know the consequences because the story is already written about it. It's easy for me to just put them down about what they did. You know, oh, they shouldn't have done that. They didn't have no trust in God, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it was wrong. It was dead wrong. The fact that they got their father drunk let you know that they were up to some shenanigans. They was up to no good. Um, but I'm trying to have compassion and trying to empathize to some degree of what they may have been going through during those times. And so I won't be too halty like I was in part A. and so that's where I'm coming from. But, things like that still happen today. Um, I can see, compare it to a woman trying to trap a man, the oldest trick in the book, where she gets pregnant on purpose to keep a man, which we know that it doesn't always work. In most cases, it doesn't work. But some people are still, doing that today, or or doing it to just make money. With people, very people that make money, they might sleep with them, get pregnant, so that they can get some type of money every month, to raise the baby, which is much more than they would, with the average they would get with the average Joe. They could actually live off the money that they get from some, athletes for child support. They can actually live. People actually live off that money, and they don't have to work. So, people are still doing these things today instead of looking to God, which we should look to first and trust Him and His plan for our lives. And we can never go wrong with that. And if we're meant to have children or whatever the case is, He will make it happen, and we don't have to manipulate any of the situation. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it right here. Please add in the comments below what you think or what came up in your mind as you were reading this book. Thank you so much for joining me. And if y'all prayed for me for COVID-19, I appreciate you. I am feeling a lot better, so I can talk better. And God really brought us through. Thank you again. Have a blessed day. Bye.